Oh, well.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Reincarnated as a podcaster. I am your host again, the Bob.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about everything bagel.
Yeah,
Ooh.
everything bagel.
Everything bagel.
I'm
Everything
not
on
a big
bagel.
fan of everything bagels.
Really?
It's
You like everything bagels?
it's
I
okay.
like everything bagels.
Dude, I still can't tell the difference between a New York bagel and a regular bagel.
Have you been to New York?
I have not been to New
Yeah,
York.
that's the issue.
Is it like a?
They claim to be New York bagels.
Is it like a? Is
You
it
have to
like?
use
Is
New
it like
York
New
water.
York pizza where you
You
have to use the
New York
water?
water,
You have to have that. You know, it's like when you go to Mexico and you go to like the taco stands and they have to have that little extra, that extra mugre in there.
Yeah,
It's the same thing. It's the
like,
secret.
It's like every time I go get Tijuana style tacos, they're not Tijuana style tacos.
There's two ways to make New York style water. So you can import it, or you can make it yourself. So what you do is you just get tap water, you pee in it,
You run it through a lead pipe.
run it through a lead pipe, and then you smoke marijuana just over it, so you get the smell.
Yeah.
It's not
That's all
crack?
you need. You don't
No,
get the smell from
that
crack,
that's
but-
old. That's old New York water.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's the other side of New
Yeah,
York.
yeah.
No. This is like that's 80s New York.
Yeah.
Well, we passed that point.
Gotcha.
That's like Studio 54 in its prime, and everybody's snorting lines of coke off some chick's ass. You know, that's
Now they snort marijuana off each chuck's ass.
Dude, I was in Seattle, and there was a bagel shop by my hotel,
yeah.
Yeah.
and their advertisement, their slogan was like best bagels outside of New York.
Okay.
So I'm like, wow, that's a pretty hot statement.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
saying they're the second best bagel of all
Yeah, I
time.
want to go try it, and then
You're
basic.
just like, it tastes like bagel. It tastes like bread.
This is a bagel.
Ba-
So,
basic.
so what you're saying is like most of these all taste the same. Like all bread tastes the same.
not all bread
No.
tastes the same.
Okay.
Harmon's bagels taste better than that location.
Damn. You should go to Harmon's. It's like, dude, I got a slogan for
I
you.
got a slogan for it. Best bagels outside of New York.
Harmon's bakery is pretty good.
Yeah, but that's also like
good.
the rich
Yeah.
bakery area.
I don't know, man. That coffee shop place we went to in New York, those are some bomb ass bagels.
Dude, they
I was like, I got a bagel sandwich. Then I'm like, this is a fucking bagel
it
sandwich.
was a legit sandwich.
But it was like, it was just good. Like everything, all of it was just
Everything
amazing.
all at once.
Yeah, everything all at
Yeah.
once. It was all good.
like that bagel shop was here. Then it was Dunkin' Donuts over there.
Oh my
and
lordy!
everything else.
But that was top tier when we found that place. I was like, this is good.
It was only 2 feet away.
Yeah. We kept stopping at fucking Dunkin' all the way to the convention
I've
center.
done that
when
all my
when
life.
that place is right there.
Yeah, it is.
The life. How are New Yorkers not fat?
Because they
walk
got to walk
everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah.
That's gross.
And you have to stop cars physically with your hands when they try to hit you. You're like, nah, it's fucking green for you. I get to walk. Fuck off.
I'm not gonna lie. That's not what I thought you were gonna say.
But
I'm walking.
Yeah, I'm walking here.
I also thought he was gonna say that. I
Yeah.
was like, no way.
why would I say that?
I don't know. Why would you say that?
Yeah, good question.
That's a great question, Forrest. Why would you say that?
Speaking of bagels, we're talking about everything, everywhere, all at once.
Yep.
Sometimes.
Fantastic movie.
Amazing.
I forgot who made it.
Yeah.
Oh my
I don't
God.
Who's
look
the
at
director? I just know it was an
Phil
A24,
from Daniels,
and
because it's two people. I think.
the Daniel brothers.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Yeah.
I'll look it
I
up.
saw A24 trailer. I'm a slut for A24. I'm like, I have to watch it.
You're
Agreed.
part of the cult of A24.
Yes,
Mm-hmm. Remember when they were a small studio?
I remember. That was a small
Yeah,
studio.
remember
Still hard.
when they only released like The Witch.
Mm-hmm.
That was like their main, and then Hereditary, and then they just fucking blew up.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
And now fucking every other movie's A24.
They got that money. Well, any like art house film that somehow makes it to theaters are all like A24 movies.
You know what we should do? We should make a A24 rank
Tier list?
tier list.
We should. Directors Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert.
I knew the first one. I was like, I don't know how to pronounce that last one.
Anyway, they made a really good movie.
They made an amazing movie.
He's got a good shiner, but sorry.
I didn't know what to expect at first. I saw the trailer months ago,
Yeah.
and I'm like, wow, this looks trippy. I want to watch it.
I will say, I'd say the first 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this movie is a good, 4, 5.
What did you like about the 420 minutes?
Basic. It's just she's going crazy and, her life shit. And then I'd say as soon as she gets dragged into the other world.
Imagine getting audited by the IRS.
You done fucked up.
See, because here's the thing, right? And I understand where Forrest is coming from to a certain degree. You see, because to Forrest, the first like 20 minutes of this movie is like every single other like film festival movie.
Yeah.
It's a drama.
It's not even like a good drama though. It's just like, oh no, I have too many bills. Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, it's obvious. It's obviously a little bit like super exaggerated in a sense too, because that's what this movie becomes.
What?
Right?
Exaggerated? Where?
I like the first 20 minutes.
I didn't mind it. Like it's
family struggling, American dream. I see it. I see you.
American dream.
Dysfunctional like marriage.
That is the American dream. What they're dealing with, being audited by the IRS.
And that's the thing, and I can see where he's coming from because I understand what what you like and not in films and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like I didn't mind it. The setup was fine, and then obviously it goes into topsy turvy kung fu hustle mode, and then it's fucking amazing. This movie just becomes
when that switch happened, I was like, what the fuck?
So I love these actors.
Yeah.
But they were trying to cast Jackie Chan in this film.
Ooh.
Do you think he would have been a better character?
No. No.
Do you think so?
Who would he be? The husband?
I think he was supposed to be the main character, but I think he would have been the better husband.
I don't know, man. I like Short Round.
Yeah, I like him.
I do like him too.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking like he's very comparable. I think they both would have had the same energy.
I think my issue with that casting is that it almost becomes the same issue I had when we went through like The Last Duel, where it's kind of hard to separate the actor for that kind of role.
Were you saying that he's as bad as
No. He's not Ben Affleck. He's not Matt Damon, right? But I see Jackie Chan in a film and I can only see him a certain way, especially if you're thinking of like modern Jackie Chan, right? This is not Chinese movies old Jackie Chan.
No.
Which, I mean, if that was the case and I saw that, sure. But I can't really see him that way now.
Okay.
So
I think it would have taken away from what the movie is now.
It would. It for me, it's almost like Denzel Washington and Macbeth as well. Where even though it's not that he did bad, it's just hard not to see
Jackie Chan or
Denzel Washington as Macbeth. And I feel like
he played Denzel Washington as Denzel Washington.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I said it. And it's hard for me
Macbeth
because I didn't have an issue with anybody else in that movie because I felt like it worked fine. But for some reason, for him, it was that, and maybe that's like the weakness of star power to a certain degree.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, and I feel like for this movie, I don't know if I would have liked it as much or more if that would have ended up being the case.
I personally don't think anything would have changed too much. Yeah. Because I know the way the character was played is you have the serious, or not really serious, but his normal state.
Yeah.
And then you have his goofy where he's like, jumping around and doing dumb shit.
The other version.
Yeah. And I feel like he can play both of those characters. I don't think it would have taken away fully. It might have made me laugh a little bit more just because of
him.
Yeah. But the serious parts might have been taken away a little bit, but I think it would have been just an even casting. There would have been no change, but I do think he played an amazing character.
I think he could have played a good grandpa.
Ooh, good grandpa would have been good.
I don't think.
But what's his name? Who's the grandpa in this one?
I don't remember his name, but I think they could have been able to like those. You could have replaced him for Jackie Chan.
Well, because Jackie's getting up there in age too.
Old.
Yeah, he is.
Rest in peace, Jackie. We killed him by talking about him.
We killed him by not making Rush Hour 4.
Grandpa.
James Hong.
Yeah.
I don't know if I remember what movies I've seen him in.
I know I've seen him before.
Yeah.
But I don't know in where.
Is he in Dodgeball?
Dodgeball?
Yeah. No, I don't think he's in Dodgeball.
Pull his IMDb.
That's what I'm trying to just find. I'm trying to just write him up.
Bro,
he's in Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
He's in Mulan.
He is in Mulan. He's in a lot of animated movies.
He does a lot of
a lot of voice acting.
He's in The Golden Child.
He's got that type of voice. Though.
That makes sense.
Because I've seen him in.
Oh, he's in
everything.
Chinatown. That's a fucking good movie. You ever seen
I've
Chinatown?
never seen Chinatown.
It's like
Sounds a real
it's
good
a noir. It's a noir film.
in Chinatown.
Yeah, top tier, top tier, top tier.
No, it's in France. It's crazy.
He's in a lot of shit. He's in a lot of older shit.
Yeah.
And-
Well, he is an older actor.
And every single like Asian animated movie, Asian inspired animated movie. Is what I mean.
Like, what does that even mean?
Well, it was like Kung Fu Panda and like Mulan.
Damn, do I have to cut this?
That one. That one new Disney movie.
Oh yeah, he's
Panda.
in the
Oh, the
Red.
red. I
Yeah,
didn't like that movie too much.
it was okay.
It was okay.
But yeah, it was good. Well, him in this, it was great. I like a lot of people. I like a lot of people in this film. It's just, I feel like once it goes like balls to the wall, everything is just so enjoyable.
Okay, what is our favorite balls to the wall scene?
I'll go first.
Okay.
My favorite scene is where this big ass dude jump like butt ass naked into this fucking butt plug.
Damn it, you beat me.
Damn.
That's my favorite
That
scene.
shit was so funny.
My favorite, I love that scene from beginning to end. It's like, he just has to put it up his butt, and they both look at each other, and they're like, he's like, he's trying to get away from each other. Because, I like the idea of them being, like, they have to do something so outlandish to be able to travel to another dimension.
to their other selves.
It's like
or
I have to
whatever.
eat gum under a desk, or
Yep.
like staple my hand, or shove a big thing up
My
my butt.
I feel like all those transition scenes is so well, and I feel like it's like a testament to the editing of this film as well. Like the way everything transitions into each other, like the way they use like jump cuts and stuff in this, is so good. But yeah, it's amazing.
Not enough circle cuts.
Like what the fuck movie was that?
Morbius.
Was that Morbius
Morbius.
with the freaking Windows Movie Maker circle transition?
So he made it fucking the garage. No, what's the like the standard iPad fucking editing software?
iMovie.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
that's where they edited the.
Wait,
where
you're
they
telling me
edited
I can edit this while I'm here on
What's
the go?
What's crazy to me is I think a lot of the effects of this film was only done it was done by a very small team.
Oh yeah,
It was a very small team of effects people that did all the crazy fucking shit in this film. And I was
there's a
just
lot
like,
of it, like the trips where she's going through like the time, and you get to like figure
Uh-huh.
the speed lines. I
Yeah,
guess
yeah,
you
yeah.
consider it, and just her dealing with all her. I like the idea also of her having the multiple powers of all these dimensional, almost
different
like
versions of
beings.
herself.
Yeah,
It's funny. It kind of reminds me of to a certain degree, except I feel like a lot better version. You ever seen The One?
I was gonna bring that up.
You've seen The One, right? With Jet Li? Yeah. it gives me some of those vibes
can see
in a
that.
lot of places. Well, I mean, it's a similar idea, right? To a certain degree.
yeah.
Except instead of, her trying to just like kill all versions of her to become the one, it's just the idea of like her existing everywhere is giving her all these powers and coming to terms with all that stuff, which is glorious.
One of my favorite realities was with the hot dog fingers.
Yeah.
Stop stealing my thing. I'm like, Bob took the good one. I'm going with hot dog fingers.
He mentions hot dog fingers.
That one too.
Dude, when they go back in time, where it's like primates or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and they're beating up the only one without sausage fingers.
I do love that whole like romance between her and the IRS agent
Uh-huh.
with the hot dog finger. Correct.
Dude, I didn't know she was the Freaky Friday lady.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Until like the end, I was like, wait.
Oh, what's her face? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
The Freaky Friday lady.
That is Freaky Friday Lady. Freaky Friday Lady. I was trying to remember her name off the top of my head. Is it Jamie Lee Curtis? Is that who it
I
is?
think so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet.
I'm trying to remember all the other.
There's just it's
My
just
other
crazy.
favorite one was the rocks.
Oh, I forgot
And
about
just a
the
still
rest.
shot of rocks, right? And they have googly eyes. It made me die.
Oh,
I mean,
like
I love the googly eyes everywhere in this.
Oh,
The googly eyes are just amazing.
It's such a good touch.
Uh-huh.
Because like the Google Eye rocks, I love because they're like scooting a little. It's like, it's like she throws off the edge. I'm coming too. But I think my favorite scene is when she puts it on her head at the last,
Uh-huh.
and she just goes. She uses her third eye
Yep.
to just destroy everyone with romance.
I feel like, I mean, I love the way this movie uses the idea of a multiverse just to be as wacky as physically possible. You know,
Multiverse wrong, done right.
Yeah, exactly,
Right.
exactly. I mean, it almost gives me like it reminds me of Hitchhikers when they use the fucking weird improbability drive or whatever on the ship, and it like turns them into yarn or some bullshit like that, right? It's just fucking wild, and that's what it reminds me of. And I think to me that's like the best. It's the best version of that type of story.
Oh yeah.
Right? Because, I mean, you know, you can always do like the one step adjacent kind of ones, right? You're like, I go to a universe and it's basically the same thing except one thing's different, right?
Yeah.
That's just not as fun.
No, because then basically when I hear stuff like that, you're just saying, look at there is other dimensions.
Yeah.
We'll deal with it later.
And I think what I love about the showcasing of this to, you know, bring another movie in that came out pretty similarly in time, right?
Morbius?
Yes, actually, that is the one I'm referring to. No. No, obviously Doctor Strange, right? Because
Yeah.
Doctor Strange deals with like a very similar idea in this whole multiverse.
Yeah.
There's
Kind of thing.
multiverses in Morbius.
I mean, yeah, I think because of Spider-Man, I guess. But like,
There's multiverses in Doctor Strange because of Spider-Man.
yeah.
Because of Morbius.
because of Morbius. Morbius is the center. It's not Loki. It's not what happened in fucking WandaVision. It's what happens in Morbius.
Actually, there's one crazy scene they didn't talk about. There's a Morbius symbol in the back in scene 135, 30 minutes in.
Scene 135. Is there 135? Actually, there probably
There
there probably is 135 scenes in this movie. But I feel like if you were to ask me, I feel like the way this movie handles like that idea of the multiverse and the craziness of it is kind of what I hoped Doctor Strange would have been in a lot of the ways it did things.
I see that, but I could tell you right away that it wouldn't have.
It wouldn't have fully worked.
No.
But when you think of the idea of multiverse in my head, I was just hoping it would just be balls to the wall, just insanity.
I think this movie did it better.
Well, yeah, but the issue with
From my limited knowledge, because I haven't seen Doctor Strange. From what I've heard.
Okay, yeah.
I'd say for Doctor Strange, why it has to be limited is because it's a comic and you're basically all Doctor Strange was you put in the multiverse to say, look, we can bring back all your characters.
Well, no,
And no one will ever die ever again.
I understand like the plot implications, right? It used as a plot device.
Yeah.
But like I enjoy that this movie treats it like this it's almost like a character in and of itself.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Well, it has to be.
Yeah, and that's what gives it, I think, a certain charm to it,
Yeah.
other than just being a plot device,
Yeah.
for later.
Well, that's why I think this way, for me, this movie does it better because it doesn't have to worry about what comes after.
No, of course not.
It's just like, we can just throw the dumbest shit. We can just throw hot dog hands at you all fucking day long.
Yeah, we can do all the crazy shit we want.
It's not going to change anything.
And then you put the whole universe on a bagel and it implodes. And that's the end.
Does it implode because you eat it? Or does it just like implode and become like a roll?
And it becomes a Hawaiian roll.
Does it, because it implodes, would it turn back into like a sourdough starter?
So wouldn't that be reversing though?
That's reversing. Yeah, it's not necessarily implosion.
Me imploding, just grabbing both sides, you go, wham it! And you smack it.
Well, can you implode a bagel? Because doesn't it just keep going, keep going?
Infinitely rolling. You can never. That's a different.
Ooh, that's the messiest bagel because it's an everything bagel, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like has a bunch of bullshit on top.
Yeah.
Would it make it extra salty if it keeps imploding into itself?
I don't know. Does the flavor compound every time it implodes? Or is it like
Probably.
law of conservation of mass where it's just the same the entire time?
It should be the same.
So it's just salty enough.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit of the onion, whatever they put on it. A little bit of,
Does it get stale?
I don't know, man. It's like a perpetual motion machine.
Will it burn after all this cooking?
Sure, man. It cooks itself. It cooks itself in its own movement.
Does the black hole make it toasty?
Or does it
It's
make it
not-
cold? Well, it depends, right? Because you have the idea of Obviously, you have Hawking radiation that comes off of black holes and stuff, right? So does the radiation heat up the bagel and toast it?
Is this bagel, does it have cream cheese or is it just a bagel?
It's everything.
It's everything.
It's everything.
That's the
meat.
spread, dude.
Yeah, it's got meat
'cause-
on the inside.
This is how I understand, right?
Yeah.
The bagel is the universe, and everything's just the spread.
And the seeds on top.
Everything's just the spread, dude.
Yeah, didn't you see in that scene where they show the bagel? He's holding the cream cheese and the knife.
Uh-huh.
To put it
Right,
on.
that's
Yeah,
right,
He's
that's
like,
right.
oh, here we go.
It's the spread, dude.
Can someone make this like an actual religion so I can put it on my like I don't know.
You want to be the
Whoa,
bagel
whoa,
I
whoa.
want
religion?
to put a bagel.
Bagalism.
Yeah, when I go take a picture of the DMV, look at everything bagel beforehand.
It's just a bagel.
This is my universe.
I believe the universe is a bagel.
It
And
will
we are
never
the
end.
spread.
We are the spread.
Well, I believe the Earth is a bagel.
Oh, interesting.
It like curves in on itself and then it wraps around.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you could be like, oh,
like the
dude,
Halo
the
rings.
Big Bang was the bagel being put into like a oven type of thing.
Nah, dude, it's when the bagel came out of the oven.
Oh
No, I picture it's the toaster oven where it pops out.
Bing! That's exactly. It's the Big Bang. Is the bagel coming out of the toaster
It's
oven?
ready. God. Anyway.
It was once one with the toaster. Like all the elements were all just all together and
blew
everything.
up.
And then it just boom.
It's like if you put
Bing.
everything bagel in your toaster and it shoots up,
And
everything goes
shoots up.
everywhere
You telling me
all the time.
there's more bagels out there, or is it just a singular bagel?
So is the bagel like the multiverse, or is the bagel a universe?
Or is the bagel God?
No. I don't think so.
No, okay.
I don't think so. I think the bagel is one of the other options.
Is the bagel,
The bagel
God?
No, the bagel. The bagel is not an entity in of itself. The bagel
It's
is just
everything.
the platform to introduce everything on top of it.
Anyway, back to this movie.
Comment down below what you think.
So when it first starts,
Yeah.
you get IRS lady who
Uh-huh.
gets like her mind taken over by the other girl, right? By
Yes.
the other version of her.
Yeah.
Do they remember any of that, or did they ever talk about that?
I don't think it mentions it.
Because I know they just start fighting.
It just happens.
It's like bam. It's like, oh, here we go. Shit's going down now.
It's like this is like a question I had the other day, right? I guess you can call it like a shower thought I had when I was driving one day, because I was thinking about The Matrix, right? The movie.
Okay.
Okay.
So because everyone jacked into the Matrix, right? If everyone's jacked in, you would think it'd be like a normal everyday whatever. Your life is normal, right?
Yeah.
So when the agents take you over and all the shit goes down and then they don't take you over anymore,
Yeah.
do you remember any of that? Like, do you just wake up somewhere else and you're like, how did I get here?
Maybe it's like, when aliens abduct you and you lose that time period. It's like that.
dude.
Or
It's
like, you
like-
wake up with some bullet holes in you and you're like, why have I been shot?
No, dude, it's like, when you go to the kitchen and you open the fridge and you're like, why am I here?
I mean, that's a force of habit, right?
It's like that.
But is it a force of habit if you end up like 5 blocks away, like somewhere else,
Dude,
and you're like winded?
Dude, it's like when you're driving and you're like, how did I get here? You know what happens. Somebody, the
Okay,
agents
maybe-
took you over and
So-
they did some bullshit
I
and they
never
put you
thought
back
about
in there.
that though. So you're in there,
Yeah.
and then when they take you over, are they jacking you off?
Whoa.
This is a serious question, guys.
No.
Oh, they're not
no,
jacking
That's
you
not
off.
how no.
So you're still on.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
You're just not jacked off.
Yeah, you're jack on. Whatever that's supposed to mean. But and it's the same. That's why I said I don't know if it's the same thing here or like maybe they just don't remember. Maybe there's blackout.
You
It's like-
have the example of the husband, right? He gets taken over, he gets jacked on.
Yeah.
He talks to the wife,
Yeah.
and then he goes back to normal.
Yeah.
And he doesn't remember why. He's just like, what the fuck? Like,
Like, why am I here?
why am I here?
Who
Yeah.
jacked me off?
Yeah, like, why'd you beat up all this IRS guards,
She's like, what are you talking about? Don't you
Like, it
remember?
was you, me, no.
Oh, dude. I that's probably one of my favorite like scenes that you haven't taken yet is the part where he's got the little
The fanny
the
pack?
fanny pack, and he just beats up all the fucking security guards with it. Oh my god, he's like tightens and he's like, "What man?" He starts beating the shit out of him.
Top tier fight scene.
Come hither.
Don't come. Don't get jacked off.
Getting jacked off.
On live TV.
It's free here.
It's free here.
Pay for that? What?
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 What'd you say? That's
What'd you
crazy
say?
ass, Bob.
That's
what are you
good.
talking about?
Oh, he's coming. Oh, he's in the frame. Pop a squat. Pop a squat.
Okay, we got 30 more minutes. So you're gonna
30
have to hold
more?
that. It's only been 28 minutes.
I don't know if we can continue to talk 30 minutes on this movie.
It's just you know what the thing is, and this is I think a problem that is kind of hard to find sometimes.
Well,
Is like when you really love a movie, you're like, this is great, this is wonderful,
It's
music's
just
good, editing's good, story's good, this is perfect. I mean,
it's like-
I can probably gush a little more about some of the other things, but at the same point, it's not the same as like, fuck this movie and all this fucking bullshit.
do we have any other scenes we want to talk about then? Is there anything else that you just started laughing, you want to go over? Like, we never talked about the last scene.
The very, very last
Well,
scene.
the last scene where she's fighting everyone to change, to save her daughter. I did like that. I thought that was a really good redemption arc for everybody.
I like all the characters. They're all written so well. And I think they all, their characters were progressed well enough in the movie, and they all had their all little tiny arcs. And then at the end, it all got resolved, and it was like, wow.
I also feel like this movie, like all the characters, there's no characters I hated.
Yeah.
Like, because even like the daughter,
She was
like
a bitch.
she was a
but,
bitch
like,
at some points, but it was understandable.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
wasn't just like fuck you, you're just being an asshole for just being an asshole.
She's not like that type of character. Like you're just like, you did this. Everything bad is because of you.
Yeah.
You're just being unreasonably bad.
And I think I like the Asian representation. I like I like how they tackle generational trauma and those expectations,
Of course.
and just kind of your
Is it all-
stereotypical, like I guess, immigrant family and their story.
Also dealing with the grandfather and that she's in like a lesbian relationship.
Oh,
That's
that-
also
yeah, like that
very
too.
like I couldn't even imagine how hard that would be for that type of generational gap. Was
Oh,
it
of course.
2 generations?
Dude, that
and
shit
stuff?
was wholesome when the grandpa was like, I don't care. I still love you. I'm like, oh.
It's like only if you said it in the beginning, that would have to freak out. Yeah, he's just like, okay.
We wouldn't have had all of these problems.
Drew, my favorite is his like other self from a different universe speaks really well, like really good English.
Yeah.
And she's like, when you speak English or whatever, when they're like in the office.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I mean, I feel like, this movie is like a pretty good example, just like you said, and just introducing character arcs, introducing their wants and needs, and then fulfilling that all the way to the end in a nice, like, neat bagel-shaped bow.
Yes. And I said, all the universes end pretty good. And so I like dealing, even the IRS lady, where she's just like, you know what, take another week, we'll be fine.
I did like their lesbian relationship in the hot dog
hot
finger
dog.
universe. Shit was wholesome.
Sad too.
Yuri's the best, dude.
But I will say, like, this movie, I expected a lot of action, a lot of, like a thriller almost type.
Okay.
And then I got to the end, made me tear up a bit. I was like, wow, man, this hurts.
It's wholesome, dude.
Oh, dude,
It's the wholesome tears.
The part that got me teared up is when the wife and the husband are talking to each other or whatever, and like how both of their dreams kind of didn't really pan out how they thought or whatever, because they were with each other and whatever they went through, and then they're like, no, we should get divorced or whatever because you don't love me or whatever, and like, oh, I didn't say that, you didn't have to. I'm like, oh, oof, okay,
We all saw it coming. I'm like, he's best boy. How can you be mad? Look, he has googly eyes.
He's precious.
He just wants a hug. Okay, final thoughts, I guess. What would you? I don't know if you want to give it a rating too while you're at it.
Dude, like I said, this is just, it's a masterpiece of a film. Like, it's just like, it's probably one of my, if not maybe my favorite movie of the year so far. it's just good.
It's up there.
You think it's better than Morbius? Just making sure. Just want to hear it.
It is better than Morbius.
It's better than Morbius.
I think I put this movie in my top 5 or favorite movies
Of all time.
of all time.
Oh wow. Okay.
I think
that
it's
made it
easily up
way
there. I'd have to go through
Yeah.
my movies again to see
But
where
it's just like
at.
it's so good, and there's so much of it that I like, from its premise to the way it's like presented, and like even outside of just the standard technical things, right? It's just it scratches itches that I just love in film, and it's just so good, and it just does it so well.
It gave me those feelings like when I watched Scott Pilgrim the first time,
And
I'm like, oh, I like this movie.
yeah,
Same thing with this movie. And I'm like, I like this movie.
This is a movie,
fantastic movie.
I'll probably rewatch. I don't rewatch many movies.
I've been wanting to rewatch it, but I want to like pay
Watch it,
attention.
watch it.
Yeah, like really
watch it, not just like have it in the background.
see all the little fun little details, because there's a ton of
Yeah.
little details everywhere, and they took like in the insanity, they took so much extra special care to make sure everything ties in visually and stuff, that there's things you would never notice, and you're like, I see you, I see what you're doing.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
Give me a number.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
14.
Oh, you guys are going to hate me. 10.
Nice.
Wait, what do you think?
Trailer.
Where'd you rate the trailer?
I'd rate it a 9.
Oh, okay,
trailer's a
okay.
9.
That's a good trailer.
That's a good trailer.
It's a good trailer.
I think that averages is about 11.5
Pretty good.
It's pretty
That's
good.
from
pretty
his
good.
14.
It's a
so-
must watch.
It is. It is a
It's
must
like
watch.
a-
You just have to watch it. It's good. It's really good, and it really deserves all that love.
And we definitely didn't spoil it.
No, we just told you about parts we love. You don't know how that fits in the story.
It's
We
like
all die. It's crazy.
it's like JoJo. You can talk about JoJo all you like, and it'll never make sense to anybody who doesn't watch it.
Every time they speak
This
Jory
is-
to me, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude.
You would love this movie. It's JoJo.
It's
Yeah.
great.
They even Muda.
They do Muda.
They do.
They do.
It's possible.
There's also a baby with a stand.
There's also that in JoJo.
Yeah, that's why. That's why.
It's awful.
And eat shit.
I don't know. In the movie too?
We're just memeing at this. We're memeing at this point. But this movie is that ridiculous. Like,
Gaslit again.
Never.
but yeah, it's an amazing movie. Watch it. Watch this movie.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. This is another episode.
If you made it this far, there's a coupon somewhere for stickers.
There's coupons right here. There's a QR code that I realized the only way to scan it would be if you're watching it on anything but your phone. If not, there's a link in the description for everything.
Let us know what you want to hear from us.
Yeah.
Movie recommendations, shows, whatever, anime.
We need movies right
Hentai.
now.
We're going to start reviewing hentai?
Yeah, why not?
They're after dark episodes.
We watch it live with other people.
See, we already don't wear
Oh,
pants.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
First to get a boner loses.
Take Viagra right before season ends.
And it's only futa porn. But thanks for watching.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Peace. So Cam.
Hi, Connor didn't come.